Hello everyone, Megatronic here, and today we're going to be reviewing Apc Toys, aka Gear Factory's Wander Warrior, or Prime Wheeljack. If you order this off of TF Safari, not sponsored, I wish I was, you would get an Autobot sticker sheet. These are not white backed, they're just the regular Autobot logos. I do wish they would include either silver backed or white backed, because the, aside from this Wheeljack, aren't really the greatest. So, yeah, just that off the bat. And this guy is cool. Now, before we go into detail about the figure, let's go over all of his accessories. He comes with 2 handguns. This is what it looks like flipped out. This is what it looks like flipped in, and it becomes the grill of his vehicle mode. He comes with a grenade, which is all in gunmetal and a little bit of blue there, and the pin can actually slide out, like in the one episode where he puts in Laserbeak. That's cool. And I do believe it's keyed. There's a key right there, and I can't see where it is keyed in, so yeah, I guess it just slides around in there. He comes with 2 alternative heads. Here is his smirking one, and the other alternative head I have on, but here is his head he comes attached with. It is the masked one, and it is very similar to the original Prime one, but it is re-sculpted to be a bit sharper. And we'll go over his head sculpt when we get into the figure. He comes with 2 of these Dr. Wu swords, nicely sculpted, and it does have the Cybertronian text on there. Like I said, you get 2 of these. They're identical. And lastly, he comes with the original Hasbro swords, the 5mm peg, and whatever I think this is either 4 or 3mm to tab in. And they're done in like a chromish silver and then red for the handle. So, yeah. Now let's take a better look at that head sculpt, which is him snarling, or mad look, which is really nice. I do wish there was kind of a bit like a black wash on the face, just so some of these details would stick out a bit more, but this figure is only about 30 bucks, so I can't really be complaining too much. And for accessory attachment, the Hasbro swords slide in just like the regular one, like so. You have the grenade, you have a post, and then a little triangle port on his hip. I don't know if the sword would get in the way. Nope. So you can just attach that on his hip. You can attach it either way. Doesn't matter. With these Dr. Wu swords, you just want to put them in this gap, and then you want to slide them through. And behind here, there's going to be these little gaps the swords will go through, like that. And then that's how everything stores on the figure in robot mode. And yeah, this guy is really great, and I think it's because the nostalgia of me for the Wheeljack, because that was one of my first Transformers Prime figures that I really owned. This has to be my favorite Apc Toys figure by far. Megatron, it kind of runs close with them. I don't know why. He's just really, really cool. Now, let's get into articulation. The head is on a ball joint, and because there is a cutout the back of the neck, he can basically look all the way up if you'll get his ears positioned just right to go in between the gap. The shoulders are on a ball joint and also a like little swivel joint, so like a butterfly almost. Get full 360 out that far, which isn't a whole lot, admittedly. Now, a new addition on this figure is that we finally get a bicep swivel, which is not present on the older figure, and that's a very nice welcome. You can still use the joint for an elbow, and then, of course, you can still move the elbows forward as you wish. And then, one thing to point out while we're on articulation, his forearms like to come untabbed a lot, but if you squeeze it in there, it'll stay. Just be careful with it. His wrists are on ball joints and hinges. And then another new addition is that these 2 fingers can move out, and then they can also move in. They're just on a singular hinge. Nothing at the waist, sadly. I do wish there was a waist joint, but oh well. These thighs are now on universal, so they can kick out, nearly do the full splits. Then you go forward that far, back that far. You get a thigh swivel. You get a little under 90 at the knee. And then the feet are on ball joints, so you can go all the way down. Maybe a tiny bit up. And then you can rock. And we will bring in the original Transformers Prime Wheeljack. My Wheeljack is obviously yellowed because he's an older figure. Other than the bicep swivel and the new stuff, what else is different? As you can see, the gaps are all filled in down here. And if we spin them around, the entirety of the back of the legs is now filled in as well. And then the forearms is also filled in. And the butt. So, yeah. This guy basically gets rid of the ball joints in the hips, pretty much every single gap, and adds more articulation to the figure. And in my opinion, this guy's great. I'm into vehicle mode. And here we have him in his vehicle mode, and yeah, I gotta say, this guy looks quite nice. I think another reason why I like him so much is because just this white looks great. For comparison, let's bring in the other Wheeljack. Once again, this guy's obviously yellowed, but the paint apps are essentially the same. So there is the top, the sides. I guess you get a little bit of extra black on there. And then the other side, and then the backs. And then the front. Now, like I said, these guns, so this one's already folded up, but what you do is you just fold them around like so. And then they become the front of the car. There's a little notch right here, there's a notch right there, and like so, and that fills in the front of the vehicle mode. And just so you can see it, there's how that looks like. I do wish that they did paint this grill section in gunmetal as well, but I can always do that. So, yeah. I don't know if there's any place to put the weapons in vehicle mode, but that's pretty much it. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta say, you should really pick up this figure if you want a good Prime Wheeljack. This is probably, like I said, my second favorite APC Toys Prime figure. I just like it. It's good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.